You've got Donald Trump tapping campaign co-manager Susie Wiles as White House Chief of Staff. She's a big-time political operative right there in Florida. And she really brought discipline to that campaign. And that discipline at the end of the day was another thing that helped get him to the finish line. It's great to have all these ideas, but then how do you actually bring them to fruition? He's got great ideas. But, you know, great ideas need to be surrounded by people who can get stuff done. And Susie was that person. So Susie on campaign night, he asked her, he said, hey, you want to say a few words? And she said, no. And he's like, oh, you're suddenly so shy. Well, she's just not a public person. And she was running the scene behind everything. She's running the show behind the scenes. And she's now going to continue to do that there at the White House. Can I point something out, you know, to everybody who says he's sexist? Susie Wiles is a woman. And she's going to be the White House Chief of Staff. So I'm a little tired, if you would, of everybody saying, you know, he's this, he's that, the other. I'm telling you, he's an equal opportunist. If you're good, that's what matters. Susie Wiles becoming the very first woman to take up the role of Chief of Staff in the White House. He called her the Ice Maiden. Do you remember that? The Ice Maiden is now ahead of his team. He said at that time, Susie likes to stay in the back. Let me tell you, we call her the Ice Maiden. She's not in the background anymore. Named as his new right-hand woman, President Trump said, this is the statement, Susie Wiles just helped me achieve one of the greatest political victories in American history and was an integral part of both my 2016 and 2020 successful campaigns. Susie is tough, smart, innovative, and is universally admired and respected. Susie, he says, will continue to work tirelessly to make America great again. It is a well-deserved honor to have Susie as the first ever female chief of staff in United States history. I have no doubt that she will make our country proud. Well, she certainly made him proud. I mean, you think about that. You know, it's an interesting woman. She's a grandmother. She likes to bake. She's actually a bird watcher as well. And she's got clearly some tremendous political instincts. I mean, as does he. And she gets stuff done. In fact, a lot of people have said this comeback is really attributable so much to Susie, to her, because she was so interested in having this direction and in having this discipline and creating this machine. Think about what they were up against. I mean, hey, look back at 2020 and all those mail-in ballots, and look at what the Republicans were able to do in terms of the ground game and narrowing that spread. That's a big part of what Susie was looking at. Plus, she managed to just, get everything in line. Think about the 7 rallies that he was doing in the final moments. Donald Trump did 7 rallies compared and contrast to Kamala's 2. It's like you put people like Susie Wiles, Donald Trump, and Elon Musk, don't forget Elon, together, and that's a recipe for greatness. I don't know how you compete with that in the good old-fashioned Democrat circles. I mean, you got Kamala Harris with her word salad, afraid to go out and talk to the media, can't get anybody to come to her rallies. And then you get the machine of Susie and Trump and Elon there too. This is amazing news. The first woman chief of staff coming from the guy who they say is such a sexist man. It's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool when you think of it. It's also kind of cool when you think of and you know just exactly how much can get done. And a lot, well, let's take a look here. You know, Susie's in the background here, as Trump said, that we've been given this unprecedented mandate to accomplish so much.
America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate. We have taken back control of the Senate. Wow, that's good. And the Senate races in Montana, Nevada, Texas, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We're all one by the MAGA movement. They helped so much.
Yeah. So Susie was a big part of that, very big part of that. You know what else? I mentioned this earlier in the show, and just the intel that I'm getting, there's a few people up for Secretary of State, including Pompeo, you know him, including somebody named Pat O'Brien, and also including Rick Grinnell. And I mentioned Rick Grinnell because he's tremendously talented. I've known him a long time. He was a Fox News contributor. He used to come on my show a lot. He was also the ambassador to Germany. He too can get stuff done. He's very strong at what he does. He's very smart. He's a very capable person. And it's just interesting because he actually happens to be gay. So you have a woman coming in as chief of staff, possibly a gay Secretary of State. And I just think it's like, you know, trust me, Donald Trump's not checking any boxes. He doesn't want to check boxes. He doesn't need to check boxes. He's not putting someone in a job because this person is female or this person is this or that or the other. No. He's putting people in because they're good at what they do. And isn't that what we are as a society and what we want to get back to?